December 2010, I was working in a gentleman's club as a dancer.
Just pause for a second. A gentleman's club?
Yeah.
Was that sort of giving out cigars and whiskey and that sort of thing?
I was actual dancer, pole dancer.
You were dancing Polish dances?
No, it was actually like, you know, sexy dancing.
There's something you've read. You said you know.
Sexy dancing around the pole. Yeah, so I was like sexy dancing around a pole, and I had a big tip.
At some point, Paul and you, certainly it's admitted by both sides, were living together, and Paul, as a result of living in the joint house, left property at your house. And you're claiming for that because you say you've not had it back.
No.
Just tell me what that property is, please.
One with fishing gear.
Fishing gear?
Yeah.
Think about this carefully, Dawn. Have you destroyed his tackle? You looked at the vehicle. Again, it seems to me that it met exactly the description of the advert that you'd see.
That's right, Judge.
When did you negotiate over the price of the vehicle? Was it when you got there, or was it over email or phone?
No, I was sitting inside the car, and I was speaking to the woman. I said that I've never... This is my first time.
I have to pause. You need to put this in a slightly more delicate way.
Sorry.
When you tell me you've stopped, you're in your car, and you spoke to a woman who told her it was your first time...
Sorry. It was my first bike.
Was your first... Goodness for that, I see. Who's with you, Barry?
Matt.
Good grief, it's definitely Matt, is it?
Yes.
Well, you see, looking at you, I thought it might be Paul Hollywood. No? You're not sitting down because of a soggy bottom or something?
Kim was offered a job in Australia, so she kind of messaged us. I think there was a message that said, I'm heading to Australia for a couple of months. There was maybe an implication of that means we're having the cat for a bit longer, and we thought, right, OK.
Did you ask? I mean, I understand you can't take pussy down under, but it's very difficult for me to understand whether you decided to leave or not. Where did you decide you were going to go?
We went to Gran Canaria Pride.
Now, I know, of course, of all the other gay pride events, but I didn't know there was a large one in Gran Canaria. I need to put that in another way. It's rather unfortunate. Let me try it again. You can imagine the headlines now, can't you? Judge Rinder says he didn't know there was a big one in Gran Canaria. You were fishing, correct?
Yes.
How long had you been fishing that evening?
Probably about 5 or 10 minutes.
Right, so you just cast off, had you, or you just prepared?
I just about got my tackle into the water, yeah. Mistake.
It's all right. Having just about got your tackle into the water, did anything bite it?
One or two fish, yes.
You meet and greet the guests, so you're there already, and you say hello.
So basically, the guests arrive.
Yes.
And quite often they have, like, a glass of Prosecco.
Yes.
So they're greeting the guests, handing a glass of Prosecco to them.
What are you wearing at this time?
So it's a little apron.
Yes.
So it comes up just above the knee.
Yes.
And a collar and cuffs and bow tie.
Yes, and what else?
And that's it.
Is there underwear on?
No underwear.
Well, I mean, it can't be very hygienic. I see that you're serving food and drink. You mean somebody standing there without clothes on, and what? Handing out the nuts?
Yeah, that's how it works.
What, nuts in one hand and cocktail sausages in the other? What sort of pies do you ask them to make?
Usually a meat and potato pie, and in Oldham it's about 3.5 inches by an inch.
Right. If I were to ask you to give me an indication, Barry, of how big... How much was it? 3.5 inches?
I would class as 3.5.
Yes. How big
that's 12.
How big is 3.5 inches?
As you know, Judge, size is important in everything.
You say 3 inches is about that big?
Yes.
One of the requirements for the parties who are getting divorced is that they are either given independent legal advice, correct?
That's correct.
Did you get that independent legal advice, Janet?
I didn't. I just fill the forms in myself and...
Well, you went for a quickie divorce, in other words.
Yes.
The problem is, you see, in life, Janet, that whenever you do something as a quickie, it's never that much fun. Do you understand? The two of you met when you were gas engineers, correct?
Yeah.
I do mean gas engineers. You explore people's emissions. You were actually...
More fixed boilers.
You fix boilers?
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.